doesn't bore everyone. But I was asked to make the speech I made when I received the Savio Youth Activist Award November 1st. And I made a speech to address the audience there. So hopefully it'll address the audience here. So hopefully y'all feeling this, okay?
Bring it on.
All right. Oh yeah, I should have made some edits, but it's cool. This makes a lot of sense. All right, when I received the award, I sparked it up like this. I just want to stress early that this award represents the passion, drive, and determination of young people across Baltimore City. Because I wouldn't be so deeply involved in the fight for freedom without my peers and my Algebra Project family. I had to spot that first, you know? So, all right, now, let's get into it. I'm 19. I'm an organizer of the Baltimore Algebra Project, chair of the Maryland Freedom Board of Education, and I attend the University of Maryland College Park. And at 19, I'm willing to risk arrest for quality education. At 19, I'm willing to risk arrest for quality education. But why? And what does that mean, you know? What does it mean to be a young black male willing to risk arrest for freedom? Beyond males, but young black women as well. Beyond Africans, but young people of any race. Many youth risk arrest every day for food and shelter. We risk arrest to survive in poverty. And as we all know, the cycle of poverty is rooted in poor education. The cycle of poverty is rooted in poor education. Young people of the Baltimore Algebra Project, young people of the Algebra Project, national organization, we understand the importance of quality education. And our slogan is no education, no life. And this phrase, this understanding is powerful. No education, no life. Because it's not coming from the scholars of academia, it's not coming from, or it's not shouted by local or national figures. No education, no life is roared by the young people of these failing schools. And every time a student of a failing school system shouts no education, no life, they're admitting that and understanding that they are victims of a state that intentionally miseducate them by underfunding their school system. Once I grasped the understanding of no education, no life, a transformation occurred. I felt like my entire educational experience, from elementary school to high school, was a joke. All the years of believing that my schools were preparing me to succeed in life and were there to push me to strive for excellence, all the times I heard that my high school was one of the best in the country, when really, public schools in Baltimore City aren't schools at all compared to most county and private schools. Billions are owed to the Baltimore City public school system. Maryland is the wealthiest state in this country. Maryland is the wealthiest state of this country. Once we studied the Bradford case and the historical underfunding of our school system, we began to organize students. We've talked with parents and community leaders, we've talked to principals and teachers, we've sat down with local and state officials, we've been to our capital, Annapolis, we've attended hearings and board meetings, we've held speak-outs. That grew to rallies, that grew to marches, that grew to walkouts, that grew to strikes. Then we went to court, you know, and that grew to a traffic block. Feel me? And I had November 15th, but we're going to be going to Annapolis January 16th, right? We'll be demonstrating in our capital, demanding quality education as a constitutional right and jobs for young people. Our Governor and General Assembly plans to cut more funding from our schools that is already unconstitutionally underfunded. The underfunding is why heaters don't work during the winter and the AC doesn't work during the summer. Underfunding is why classes are overcrowded. Underfunding is why teachers are not paid fairly. Underfunding is why students are forced to drop out or pushed out. Underfunding is why roaches and rodents inhabit the schools. Underfunding is why buildings are falling apart. But why are schools historically underfunded? That's the question. Because everyone cannot be educated. Educating children of low socioeconomic status will shatter the status quo of this country. Educating all children at a level of quality will shatter the status quo. Quality education disrupts the cycle of poverty, which raises employment, which strengthens families, which decreases crime, meaning less blacks and Latinos in prison. This will transform the culture of our society. But transforming the culture of our society will disrupt the big businesses of the world. The prison industry and the war machine are two major trillion-dollar businesses, maybe the two largest businesses our world has ever seen. An educated nation will not imprison its citizens for economic and political gain. An educated nation will not wage war, because an educated nation will understand that education equals freedom, which equals peace. If you're serious about education, it's time to organize. If you're serious about equality and justice, it's time to organize. If you're serious about freedom, it's time to organize. It's going to take grassroots organizing, it's going to take networking and community building, family building. And it's going to take young people willing to risk arrest for freedom, because we are not free. But I feel like we're at a stage where true positive change can manifest. I can feel it, but this change must come from a national movement led by young people. And I would like to wrap up with a piece of a rap I have. It's go like this. A standing child without knowledge is an adult lying down beneath flowers. Knowledge is life, knowledge is power. Thank you. And no education, no life. All right.